Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Hookup on Music Looks Deeper into an Album. And today we are here to bring you the brand new, just released today album by the Foo Fighters. But here we are. This is the Foo Fighters' 11th album. Cannot believe it is already their 11th album. The very first album came out in 95. This is their last album came out in 2021, Medicine at Midnight, but Here We Are is their brand new album. Well, sadness has struck the band. Taylor Hawkins passed away, which had led to the creation of this album. Taylor Hawkins was awesome. You know, he was a great drummer. Really brought a lot of the band together. Okay. He passed away on March 25th, 2022. So what do bands do most of the time during these periods? They get together and they release an album and they try to make it through these dark times, which is exactly what the band decided to do. That is Rescue. That was the very first song that came out of this whole project that they were putting together. Um, for the album, Grohl, who recorded the drums for the first two albums, decided to, well, he was going to get behind the kit and he was going to man the drums for this album, which is what he did, and really did an awesome job right off the bat. I just got done listening to the album. Strong album from the top to the bottom. A lot of good stuff on it. Recently, they just did some free global streaming events where they were. This was an event where they were able to kind of showcase who their new drummer was going to be. This was on YouTube. This was all over the place. Checked it out. Really cool. Right there, you get to see the back of the drummer. The drummer who they picked to do this tour with them is Josh Freese. Josh Freese has played with lots of different bands. Devo, A Perfect Circle, just to name a couple, but been involved with lots of different projects. Been involved with Sublime, with Rome. Just a really good drummer. So they picked him up for this tour, and he also did some. He's wearing the shirt there. He did some with the Offspring too. So well-rounded, lots of different, bringing different vibes to the band. Thought it was a great choice. This band needs to move forward and needs to go on, and that's exactly what they did. Right there, okay. So we started out with Rescue. That's the first track on the album. Right there, that is Under You. Really good song. That was the second song I heard from this. I think the album pretty much from front to back, it reminds me of a classic Foo album. You know, I mean, if you like this band and you like the albums that they've come out with, you know, Wasting Light is a great. This is a great example to a little bit of Wasting Light. A little bit, I hear a little color in the shape. It's a little different of everything, but you also got to hold back that this is a band that has been reeling. Dave Grohl's mother also passed away. Really, you know, heartfelt album. Okay. Nate Mendel, who plays bass, great job. Chris Shiflett, guitar, he's been around for a while in the band. Okay. He's been around in this band since pretty much One by One was released. So really good guitar player. He really, if you ever get to see this band live, they I messed that up. He was There's Nothing Left to Lose was the album that he joined them with. But really good guitar player. A lot of awesome guitar solos. Pat Smear involved in this album. The great Pat Smear was in Nirvana with Dave Grohl. He was also in a band called The Germs, really awesome LA punk band. But and lastly, part of this album is the keyboard player who has been around, Rami Jaffe. He's been around for a little bit now with the band. Really good all around. You know, he was part of them all the way back on Skin and Bones and In Your Honor. I mean, these guys have been playing together for a long time. So when getting together to make this album that was, they needed to, put together some stuff. But here we are, is a great indication. Hearing is a great indication for a band moving forward, dealing with things, hearing voices. Another the track that you just heard, really awesome. The thing I think most about this album that I wasn't expecting is that it harkens back to a lot of their old sounds, but it's also a band that is moving forward. Um, on the track, um, what was I going to say? On the last track that we just heard, hearing a lot of the different, eh, I had this conversation with my wife as we were listening to it. I was expecting there to be some like a slow acoustic songs. There are more slower mellow songs, not quite acoustic, but definitely what I would say. It's definitely a good album that um, mixes different stuff. Medicine at Midnight, the album before this, had a little bit more of a dancey background, where this album's coming at you with just that strong, it's got that strong feeling of a band who's trying to move forward through things that they have been going on. Um, as you continue through the album, But Here We Are, The Glass, Nothing at All, Show Me How, all really, really good indications of the band moving forward and trying to work through this. Um, Really awesome tracks throughout the album. I can't really say too much. There's everything on this album with duets with Dave and his daughter, which is really cool to hear. You want to hear different stuff from a band. My favorite thing about this album is going to be that ninth track, The Teacher. This track is 10 minutes long. I'm no stranger that I love long songs, and I believe that this song is definitely worth the time and the effort to put in, because you could hear it. You could hear this band. You could hear the band going through things. The teacher, when reading about it, it's well, you're learning how to go through some of this pain that this band has been through. Um, I love I love when you get to work through stuff through music. I don't love tragedy. You don't ever want tragedy, and never for a band, and you never want a band to have to make an album like this. But in the position that you have to, this is the way to do it. You work out those demons, you work out those through the lyrics, through the song, and with each other. That's what makes a band. Coming up on a future episode, I know we're going to be digging deep in a little bit on music and kind of what how it makes us feel, and kind of how sometimes it makes us feel stronger in times when maybe we don't feel so strong. This is a great album for this. The last track on the album, Rest, pretty much a droning song that builds, starts slow. It's a band that is, again, we're coming towards putting things to rest and putting things behind. And I think this is a great album that kind of does that. And I'm really hoping that this isn't the end of the band. I've never heard anything that it's going to be the end of the band. This band has been around a long time. Now that you're looking back, they've been around since '94, way longer than Nirvana was ever around. Regardless of how you feel about this band, if you think they're a good band or not a good band, you always got to respect a rock band, a hard rock band that could last and people enjoy them. And this band does that for me. And to hear this band make it through on the other end after dealing with such tragedy, it was really, really, really awesome to hear. And I really think that you should, if nothing more, go out and listen to this album. It's something that I think all albums should really be listened to. That's just me, but this one is specifically especially if maybe you're dealing with some tragedy or something going on. It's a good album that lets you look a little bit deeper, and definitely, you know, check out all the tracks, sit down and listen to it from it's a short listen, you know. It's only 48 minutes. So to me that's pretty short. It's not super long. Um like I said, I've already listened to it today. I'll probably listen to it again. But again, I want to say thank you so much for joining us on this little thing that we like to do where we look deeper on albums. Um Again, you could follow us as always on the Hookup on Music, Twitter on the Hookup on Music, um, Instagram. You can follow me on the Sugar Baggy. You can follow all of us on the Penguin Sadistic Twitter or the Sadistic Penguin Studios web page. Really awesome stuff going on there. So keep on checking out and check out all the awesome stuff. And as always, please keep on rocking and rolling. And it never hurts to listen to some of these albums. You got to go in there and you gotta just rock out. And this is a good one. It's a good band. So thank you so much.